So happy Friday. Friday here again. Which only means one thought, one thing. Cigar time. I've been a busy week in work. But I think the biggest thing to mention. I had to travel to London with work and I've had an hour to burn. So it's only right to try and pop down to Davidoff and see if I can bump into Edward and Eddie. I have tried a few times. Failed all of them. I've seen Max, who used to work there, Max Falks, twice, but never Edward or Eddie. So I bumped into both of them today. And excuse my breath, it's quite cold here, but I've got a heater there, so I'm nice and toasty, even though it might not look it. So I walked into Davidoff, and I have seen Edward with some customers just talking about stuff and advising them and sort of showing them bits and bobs, which I found quite nice. It's not just a sort of name anymore. He's still there. He's still doing bits, still speaking to customers, and I thought it'd be a shame not to. So I had a quick chat with him. He's got some of the members of staff to take me to Humidor, which I bought a cigar, so I've heard a lot of it. It's my father, and I will butcher it now. Le Bijou, 1922, torpedo, size or format, box breast. A few of the boys from the group smoked it, and really good feedback. And as I want to get into new worlds, um, only right if I bought one. So bought a cigar to try, and then let's just light it, and I'll finish up with a Davidoff. So let's try and get it out. We can get into this wrapper. Really well packed cigar. Got this little extra band on the foot. No punch cut on this, so have to be a straight cut. Good draw. Good start. I've run out of steam. Really good draw. Almost wish I cut a little bit less off the cap for that more concentrated draw. It's quite peppery. Mm. Right, so seen Edward, who obviously I had to take a picture with on a famous chase. Watched many other videos. It'd be a shame not to, so I will put a picture here somewhere. And took a few pictures. He even suggested let's take one with shaking hands. He was just really open and sort of happy to talk and to take some time. And then I said, "Oh, I wish Eddie was here. It would be nice to bump into him." And he goes, "Oh, let me have a look." And he goes, Eddie, come here. A man wants to take a picture. He's got a train to catch. So he's called Eddie. We took a picture of the three of us. Again, I'll put it up here somewhere. Really nice. Both of them really nice gentlemen. Took some time to talk, and then stayed for a bit longer with Edward. Just chit chat. Obviously invited him to our meet next weekend, 29th, which hopefully will come. Both of them. It'll be a good gig. And then he goes, "Have you tried rum, or what do you drink with your cigars?" Well, it depends. Whiskey sometimes cider, sometimes bottle of beer. Depends. And he goes, "Have you tried rum?" I said, "I can't tell. I can't say I have. No." And I said, "Oh, is there anything you'd recommend?" He said, "Well, the easiest one to sort of get hold of, you can find it anywhere, is Havana Club." He said, "Havana Club 5 years." Or he said there's a few pounds more, Havana Club 7. So once the cigar royalty tells you to get a drink, who are you to disagree or argue? Havana Club 7 it is. And he did say, drink it straight, just with some ice, which is what we're doing, following the orders of the royalty. So I don't usually drink whiskey or anything like that, spirits straight. So that will be interesting. So if you see my face going a bit sour, no laughing. So I'll try and have a few puffs of a cigar before I go into trying rum and see how that goes. So the first few puffs were really sort of strong and punchy, shall we say. But it mellowed ever so slightly. It's not as punchy, wanting to take your knock your socks off. For the first few puffs, I'm thinking, Jesus, given that I'm drinking rum with it, I may need to be transported feet first out of the shed, out of my lounge. Really smooth draw. I like that. I do quite like the band as well. Really detailed. I mentioned in some of my videos that I find Cubans are just a lot more premium looking, but the detail in it. And there's like a second smaller band. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it almost looks like a piece of a puzzle coming together. That little gap there, like if you push it together, it would be like two pieces of a puzzle. So really detailed. Right, let's have a sip of this rum. talking about drinks, what do you guys drink with your cigars? Is there any particular cigars that you choose? Any particular drink? Have you got any sort of favorite pairings or the favorite drink to go with a cigar? It's I can't say I do. I don't really drink at all. I'd have the odd can of beer on a weekend, maybe. Sometimes don't. Um, if I go out, if I have a few, I drink whiskey and coke. But with cigars, it depends. Sometimes I'd get a bottle of cider um, or lager, but I haven't got anything really um, particular that I drink. So it'd be good to hear what you guys drink with your cigars. Obviously, now that Edward said try rum, we're trying rum, and who knows? It could be my new favorite drink with a cigar. Really enjoying it so far. Very even burn. Sure how much of it you can see, but really good burn. So far, so good. The only issue there then is, as I mentioned before, that there might be some good new worlds, which this seems to be, but then the price tag almost defeats the purpose of how I see new worlds. Always used to be a cheaper option, but this cigar, I think you can pick it up for sort of 44, £45. Um, I paid 50. Well, I bought the Davidoff, I suppose, but it's service. I guess it's unmatched. If you've been a Davidoff, you would know. It's a different level. As an example, I went there a few months ago when I bumped into Max. I bought two cigars. I can't remember what cigars I bought. I think it was Diplomaticos and something else, and I paid for them. And then the gentleman at the counter goes, um, "Are you smoking? Do you want me to cut it?" I said, "No, no, I'm traveling. I live in Wales, not in London, so I've got a couple of hours of traveling to do." I said, "Oh, wait a second." Pulled out these plastic tubes. I don't know they're generic tubes, but they've got Davidoff shiny sign over them. Put the cigars in those tubes, packed them separately, only because I mentioned traveling and not smoking them, around the corner somewhere. Um, Normally, I think those tubes they still cost a pound or two each to buy, and these just put them in there. Didn't even flinch. So it's just a service, I guess. You pay some of that price for. Um, as usually, I would imagine they would charge you for those um, plastic tubes. So again, you might pay slightly more, but it's where you buy, it's how you're treated, um, it's levels. Really good so far. let me smoke a little bit more of it, and I'll get back with some more thoughts on the cigar. Really, really good cigar. Um, yeah, bit of pepper coming through. I think nothing too major. But it's sort of mellowed after the first few puffs, and now it's sort of coming through with a bit of pepper. Flawless draw, even burn. I like the band, well constructed, well packed. Really, really impressed. Um, it may not be my favorite cigar. As I said, my favorite must be the Romeo Juliet Churchill. I like Partagas Lusitanias. It's just the format that I like, and still more of a Cuban, but I do love it. Try a new world, and this will definitely be smoked again at some point. I will get more. Really good cigar. Um, I will say though, if you're a new smoker, I probably wouldn't recommend. It is on the strong side, sort of full bodied. So probably wouldn't choose it as a beginner cigar. But other than that, flawless construction, flawless draw. Um, really, really impressed. So we'll definitely buy again. And as for rum, as recommended by Edward, not bad at all. Don't think I ever drank rum, apart from those two mixes we can buy, um, mixed with Coke and whatnot, the Dead Man Fingers and the like. Don't think I ever drank rum straight, and I've tried whiskey, brandy, vodka straight. Was not a fan, but maybe I just need to get used to it a bit more. But not bad at all. We'll try again with the next cigar, so I might be changing sides, going into new worlds, as well as drinking more of a spirit straight rather than beer ciders and whatnot. So who knows? And last but not least, our cigar meet is 1 week tomorrow, so 29th of this month in Usk, the Greyhound Inn. A few of us coming, the OGs, and if any of you would like to join, as I said a million times now, drop us your contact details, drop me a message, leave me a comment. Find me on Instagram if you wish. Bignas or BIGNAS .xxl. Uh, Slide me my DMs. Let me know you're interested. I'll give you more details. But 29th, ask. Yeah, 5 o'clock is the time. If you can come, please let us know, and see you there. Take care.